All right, so UFC 303 aftermath breakdown. Okay, so this is my thoughts on the fights last night. Okay, so first fight we had on the main card, we had Garry versus Michael Venom Page. That was a very interesting fight. I do think that Garry, won that fight. I mean, it was kind of boring as sometimes. Garry didn't land much at all. Literally, like, how can you win a fight and not land really any shots? MVP won standing up completely. And then I think MVP just honestly turned him into a grappler. I never seen Garry grapple like that. I know he's been training with, Charles Oliveira, those guys out in Brazil. So, yeah, good fight there. I mean, good test for him. I think that one day they're going to run that back. And then the second fight of the main card was Bruno Silva versus Macy. So that fight there, it was very, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I would rather see them fight it out. I know her gash was super deep, but it almost should be up to the fighter if they want to keep fighting, or the corner, more or less, because, the fighters and, like, that war mindset, whenever they're in there, they don't care, but, it should be up to the corner, I think, to make that call. But, yeah, I think that's a shitty way to end the fight, but it is what it is. But then the third fight of the main card is Anthony Smith versus Roman. So Roman, I honestly, like, that was probably one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life, honestly. On a main card, on that big of, like, stage, okay, you have the whole world looking at you, and you want to look that bad. I mean, Roman looked a lot better than Anthony did. Like, Anthony, what the hell are you doing? Like, are you doing podcasts too much or what? Because you did not look in shape at all. You look like you were dog tired the whole time. And, I mean, you knew that you were going to fight. Like, come on. Like, it doesn't matter. Or, like, and then we go to the next fight, and it's, Dan Ige that shows up on literally a 4-hour notice. A 4-hour notice. Anthony Smith should really take, notes from Dan Ige, because he shows up on a 4-hour notice, tough as fucking nails, and goes the whole little, like, he is a absolute stud. There's no disrespect ever needs to be shown towards Dan Ige to show up like that. He didn't even have to, take that fight. It's the biggest risk, but it's high reward, because, that money is crazy for coming in on a 3-hour or 4-hour notice is crazy, but absolutely amazing there. But, Diego Lopez did what he had to do. He went up 2 weight classes to fight, somebody that actually wants to fight him. Too bad about Brian Ortega. I was really, interested in that fight, because, the different styles would really, match up well with each other. But yeah, great fight there. Diego is a absolute killer. So then we have Alex Mother effing Pereira versus Jiří Procházka. Honestly, I've seen so many outlets saying, "Oh, Procházka's gonna win. Procházka, bet on Procházka. He's a slight underdog. He'll be able to get you the money." He was landing shots on Pereira the first fight. Listen, Pereira is never going to lose at 205. I'm telling you right now, he will never ever lose. There's not one person that can beat him. I don't care if John Jones would cut to 205. He's not beating Pereira. I'm telling you guys. Like, he is different level, black magic or whatever you want to call it, or whatever Jerry wants to call it. No one else really believes that. Yeah, I just think that Pereira was in Jerry's head the whole fight, and now I've heard that literally Pereira planned to do that head kick before the fight ever even started. Like, that's absolutely wild. Super, super amazing fight there. I really hope Pereira gets that bag, which I know he got the bag, but, like, gets the bag, gets the rest a little while, and then, see what's next for him. But, I personally would like to see him stay a little while at light heavyweight. I mean, he's ran through everybody, but I just think that, going up to heavyweight is going to be a challenge for him for sure if he thinks he can get, John Jones, which I think he can beat John Jones, honestly. I know a lot of people say, oh, you're crazy or whatever, but I'm telling you right now, Pierre is just a different level. He's not ever going to be in his head about anything. John's going to be, getting up there in age. I just think that Pierre is in the prime of his life right now, so that's a very interesting fight to fight next. But, you have Tom Aspinall still. That deserves that shot before anyone else would come in there and deserve it. But, we'll see where John wants to go. I think John will retire after the next one anyways, just to get his name out of there. I don't think he wants that fight with Pereira, honestly. But 100%, guys, so make sure you guys hit that like button. Every single week we are going to be bringing you amazing content. A lot better than this content, but we'll be in the house or the studio, breaking down the fights and things like that. I absolutely love MMA. I breathe MMA every single day. Make sure you guys hit that plus button, or not plus button, sorry, the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate this. We are going to be taking over in 2024. This is our year. Thank you guys so much.